Hello, the Darkness344 here. Today I just wanted to say thank you for 50 subs. I never realised I'd get even near that, when starting off this channel. I'm pretty happy with all the things that I've done. Here's the resto computer we're working on. The next episode we're going to be building the display and even programming it in the one after that, so that should be cool. But one of the episodes that I did, I pointed in this direction and said, I've been doing something, yeah. And this is basically what I've done for my, you could say, 50 sub special. So I've been working on this for a few days now, I guess. Well, not really that long actually, but this is the first design I came up with, and I was like, oh, I really want to make an ALU. And I can't even speak. I decided to make it around this simple adder with the X-shaped adder kind of thing, which isn't the best design in the world, but it's good for what I wanted to do. So yeah, I started off with this design. It took me a bit of time to work out, but I managed to in the end. And you can also shift left with it by adding the same number to itself, and yeah. So basically you can OR the number, you can XOR the number, you can add the number, you can NOT the number, and you can also AND the number, just with this one input. And it was pretty cool actually, and it works quite nicely. So let's just put 1 in, and as you can see, it NOTs the number, doesn't AND the number. As you can see, it basically does all the operations, and it shifts over when you add it. But yeah, I decided, well, it's all good and all, but you all get your outputs at the same time, so I only want one output, depending on the operation that I choose. Yeah, with this amount of space, it's kinda hard to do that, so here's just a one version of that. It's just a singular cell. I really can't record today, oh well. But yeah, this is what I came up with. It took a fair amount of time, because as you can see, I wanted it to be tileable, and it still is tileable within the same 4-block width, which is really amazing for something like this. And yes, it's considerably bigger, but it also means you can say, oh, I want to OR the number, oh, I want to add the number, I can't read, I want to NOT the number, I should not it. But yeah, basically this was my first design, tileable design. I tiled it over here, as you can see, with structure blocks. They're pretty sick. And as you can see, it all worked out. It was pretty good. There was only one big flaw with it, and that was XORing the numbers. And the XOR part worked, except the carried over. So it's basically adding the numbers, and you do not want that whatsoever, because that's not true XORing, is it? So what I did is I came up with this piston method, which took me quite a long time, because I didn't build it on here on a single one. What I did, I actually built it in the multiple one, just to see how much space I had, because this was the amount of space I have to build a redstone torch that goes all the way up to the top and breaks this carry line over here like that. You know how hard that is. Like, you have to make sure the redstone torches don't power any of this redstone, or it doesn't get powered by any of the redstone. It was pretty hard, so I decided redstone torches are probably going to be a bit too hard for a space like this, so I used pistons instead, which were a bit easier to do but still pretty hard, so I built them here. I don't think anything gets powered by anything, and it works. At the moment XOR is off, so it doesn't cap the carry, but when I turn it on, I also found a bug in this which I fixed. Yeah, I think this is XOR. So if I turn this on, you'd have to turn it on for all of them, of course, but since this is only one XOR function, and this one, the rest of them wouldn't matter anyway. So as you can see, since XOR is on, it cuts the carry on 0, 0, because there's no carry, of course, so it cuts the carry. When you put 0, 1, it lets the carry through, but since there's no carry, it won't do anything, so it doesn't matter. When it's 1, 0, it lets the carry through, but it doesn't matter because there's no carry. But when it's 1, 1, since there is a carry, it will cut the carry, and there will be no carry, which is what you want. So yeah, that took me quite a while to do. There is a different way you can do it by All these repeaters are 2 ticks. Don't know why. I keep fixing these and they keep going back on 2 ticks. There is, I can't even get there, it's kind of compact, as you may see. There is a way you can, I think it's this one. I don't even know which one it is, so yeah, it's this one. There's a slight problem with this piston getting powered, so you'd have to destroy this line. But what you could also do is, instead of that repeater, just have a repeater here, and it would constantly cut the carry whenever it's on. And that's probably a better design than what I've done just by breaking this, but it doesn't matter because it still functions as you want. So over here we have the tiled version with all the things in, and it is pretty good because it fully works, and I'm quite happy with this. I haven't chosen XOR. And yes, 1 and 1 should be 0. But that should be 1. Perfect. So yeah, it's a fairly decent ALU, and it's quite small. Well, I say small, but it's small for the number of operations you can do, and you can also choose which operation, which is even better because it means there's less logic required to do it. The only operations it cannot do is shift left and shift right and add. No, not add, subtract. No, yeah, subtract. And subtract is quite easy to implement. You'd have to implement it after and before. Basically, you invert the first number you put in, and then you invert the output, and that would work as subtraction. And shift left is quite easy. You just have to add the same number to itself and you'll shift it left, because it's binary, it just shifts it left. Because say you wanted to shift 1 left, if you shifted 1 left it would be 1 0, wouldn't it? And also 1 plus 1 is 1 0, so basically you just add the same number to itself. So shift left. Shift right is a bit harder, so you wouldn't be able to, I'm not sure you'd be able to do it on that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm not going to release a world download because it's on my creative world, as you can see, and I don't really want this going out yet before I polish it up a bit. But what I'm going to release instead is a 3D file. It's called a 3D.glb format, and as long as you have Windows 10, even if you haven't activated it like I have, haha, you can still view it, and as you can see, you can zoom right in, see where every block is placed, and yeah, it should be more or less able to reconstruct it. But yeah, and if you really don't want that happening and you really want the model, in the future when I release my last episode, which will be like, I think part 6 or something, because we're on part 4 at the moment. The next one I'm recording is part 5, which will be making the display, and part 6 will be programming, well, how to program it, and also programming the Fibonacci sequence into it, which should be very cool, actually. Yeah, on part 6 I will release the world download because I would like for you to have this exact same calculator, computer even, because I have made this one in the past. That's what I based this tutorial off of. I've made this one once in the past on a void world, but the problem is it's the tiniest bit different, and I want it to be the exact same so you can see how exactly it works through watching the tutorials, which are way too long, but oh well. They show you how to build it, so it's pretty sick. And yeah, I have a lot of other random stuff in my world. Like, what's this? I think it's just a, oh, it's just a single module of a binary to BCD, yeah. I have them in this world, so yeah, and some other video ideas maybe coming up, I don't know. I also have some quite weird stuff in this world, but oh well. Yeah. Well, it is a testing world after all. But yeah, again, thank you for the subscribers, 50 subscribers. This video's probably been so cringy, but oh well, I don't care. I'm just happy that I got near that, and hopefully you liked this video about this thing, ALU. I probably deeply offended it right there. And yeah, if you find the use for this, yeah, please tell me in the comments, I guess, because this could actually be quite useful. I'll release the world download in the version 6 episode of the calculator, part 6 or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, also the way I got it in the 3D thing is I just got a structure block, went on 3D export and clicked export, and it exports it as a 3D thing model. So yeah, I guess thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe so I can do 100 subscribers special. Oh yeah, probably not, but oh well. Yeah, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this video, and I am out.